Alright, so here was that power supply board we pulled out. I took the cover off of it already, and we'll just pop these couple screws out of it, and then we'll show you a clean power board. Not too much to it, not worth a lot of money. Great thing if you want to continue to break some stuff down, like we were talking about. Show you as much of this as we can. Make sure we're not missing every screw. Not every board that's green is a good board. While it is an indicator of brown being a low quality, green and blue, even though they're pretty, don't necessarily mean anything. So we got something holding us right here. This little tab. I've been tired of stuff today. Alright. Bottom side, obviously. Here's your front where your power cord goes in. So you can see that side going down to here. And then it is a bunch of capacitors to get your power up when you need to get it in. We know a capacitor, just lack of a better phrase, I always tell everyone it just kicks it in the teeth. Anything that needs a start, because a lot of things in the electrical world take a lot to turn on and very little to maintain. So we're going to pull this aluminum shielding off. It acts as a heat sink. You can see they were just upside down. Connected into this piece of aluminum, connected to our Moffetts. We got a little fan right here. Again, great if you want to salvage a bunch of components, because, you know, we're going back to that reduce and reuse cycle to say the best way to help the planet is to reuse and reduce what we need. Now, a lot of times these parts are so cheap and time is of the essence, it makes it really easy to not want to reuse anything, because it's just so easily replaced. And I would always say having a couple of these on hand if your life depends on it is good. But this was our little logic board that controlled a lot of this stuff, because being able to do it and knowing how to do it are two very different things. Many of us know how to drive a car, but I assure you I've been on the roads and you don't. So great little sources of copper all through here. Takes a lot of effort if you really want to be the one to refine it, but again, we see people do it. Great pastime, but believe it or not, we do have some gold pins right here that would be the value on it. And what I would do with something like this is I would remove those gold pins, and I'm going to throw them with the other stuff I want to recover, and then that's the value off this board other than component salvage. Let's see what this guy is. I don't know if this is a relay or an encased capacitor. It looks like it's just an encased capacitor. Guess I could have read. Yep, that's a 1.5 microfarad unit. So then you got your capacitors and everything. Some places, some of these guys have some hidden value in them. You know, low-grade boards still have stuff in them, it's just less of it. So those who refine on their own would pull a lot of these guys off and throw them in a separate bin, and they'll either refine them themselves or they'll gather up a kilo of them and sell them like that. So there is always a way to make the most amount of money out of everything. It's just whether or not you want to do it. A lot of times people in the scrap industry save this stuff for wintertime work. They can't be outside gathering it, so they'll take it apart on the inside. Same with refining wire. I really want people to get into doing this across the board with wire, with steel, with everything they can, because again, the more we do this, the more we conserve, the better our planet will be. So that is the end of this video.